I would like to introduce Mr. Bhoopendra Singh, who's our next speaker. Mr. Bhoopendra Singh has more than 35 years of experience in IT, telecom, defense industries. He has functional experience in learning and development, research and development, project management, team management, customers management, and of late mentoring and running startups. Mr. Bhoopendra Singh will speak on the topic AIML and VR in L&D education. Yes.
So my agenda will be very brief. I will just touch upon AIML and how it can address the customization and personalization, which is very important in the age of digital training, because it is being done in bulk, and hence it should not lose the focus on the learner, which is normally there in traditional method like classroom, where instructor can customize, personalize depending on audience. This should not be lost while we move on to the e-learning or digitalization. Same goes with the VR, virtual reality. Again, the training must be engaging, training must be interactive so that content can be retained and performance can be enhanced. So hence again, VR is a technology which will address to some extent these shortcoming or limitations while we move from traditionals or blended towards more and more digital platform. So let's move on to the first part. A lot of buzz is around AIL ML in every aspects of human life, whether it's living, learning, doing business, entertaining, everywhere AI and ML is coming into focus. So artificial intelligence is nothing but recognition of human intelligence and using them into computing machine. When I say machine, means computing machine. Typical human intelligence, as we know, is perception, we know decision making, logical thinking, natural language understanding. Same things are being put through computers, and how they can use in L&D, that is our main thought today. So as I was talking about already, when we move on to digital platform, the training are done in bulk, right? When we are doing like today conference, it is not limited to class for 40 or 50 people, or in a hotel if we do to 100 or 200 people. It is happening globally, audience maybe thousands, maybe more than that. So how to take care in such platform, the training is customized to a need of varied audiences, and when it happens at a scale, when I say scale, it's a bigger scale, then probably millions of people trained on a digital platform, then personalization come into picture. So when customization happen at a scale, personalization come into very focus. So here I want to quickly launch the my poll. Okay, I'm not able to see the poll. Can you enable me? Thank you. So I am sharing the poll results. Again, it is as per expectations of me, more than 75% people believe AI ML can help achieving the customization or personalized learning. So let's move on to that. Actually, AI ML enable L&D functions to gain insight into the learner's journey by collecting a lot of data and then create training that drives the value and enable the adaptive learning. This is the main focus which AI enable. People have different learning style. AI can optimize the content to the user preferred learning style. As you know, most of the millennium generation they prefer online in comparison to traditional classroom training, making their learning experience more enjoyable using immersive technology. And the end of it, apply their knowledge retention for the job performance. Now, how AI can do the personalization is it takes lot of input about their behavior, about they predict about their skill set needed. Using this insight, AI enable smarter position content which is adaptive, intuitive, responsive to the learner. Not only the conducting the training, it also helps conducting online assignment, because assessment is very important part of training, knowing whether it's working or not. It allows to design adapted assessment. It's not a same exam, same question to every learner. Depending upon their skill sets and the level of readiness, it is ability, and it can be progressive. Tailoring subsequent content based on the results is another aspect which AI ML can enable to the L&D professionals. AI ML not only does these basic function customization, they also help L&D professional to shorten the learning process depending upon the learner's progress, strengthness, and suggest suitable training course with the to the employee, so that they can only attend the relevant training and don't waste time for doing unnecessary wasting time which is not required for them. Also, AI and ML in conjunction with the VR, they enhance the learning experience of the learners, because VR technology enable them to do immersive learning, avoid distractions, and same goes with the end. They improve the completion rate because trainings are only offered which is required by them, and it is based upon their preferred choices, their objective, need linking with various uh, need identification system. So all are integrated through this platform, so that improving completion rate is very high. That means training identified and training performed gap is minimized using this kind of platforms. The biggest advantage of MIML, which is now appreciated by all, is accessibility to all learners. Right? Language is not a barrier. If you are a person who is not knowing English, using the automatic translation, training can be delivered to a person who is non-speaking. Similarly, the training for differently unable people can be made very simple. Same training content could be very easily customized for differently enabled learners. Now AI is helping to meet the volume by AI-based digital tutors, where experts are not available. Expert-based system can be programmed, and that tutors probably can meet the bulk training requirement. Again, I am not saying that this will replace trainer, but if the volume is very high, probably this is going to meet the capacity crunch. Then probably we can come on to the other thing. AI ML is also not only helping in delivery the content, it also many times helping to create the content. And in the end, AI and ML is basically a machine-based platform and not very much human. But advantage of not being human is they don't have bias towards any segment of the learners. So hence AI and bias is automatically removed in such platforms. So now I move on to my second component of the technology which L&D has to take it. So virtual reality is other than physical. What we do in classroom training, all those are falls into the domain of physical. And then when we move on to e-learning or to the other advanced form of technology-based delivery pedagogy, they are fall into virtual reality. So what it does for training, it basically make training more engaging, right? And it make more immersive. So let us quickly see your views first, how this can be done.
Okay, I'll start the poll. Wait.
Okay, okay. Please help. So as expected again, more than 80% people agree with me. We are virtual reality technology is going to make training more interactive, more engaging. So virtual reality basically is a technology which almost mimic real life scenario, but at the same time, we are remove the risk present in real life and allow for a safer way to develop skill. It is very much relevant in the area where training are performed in very risky area. One of the examples which I can visualize immediately is the training of the pilot, right? Which is very costly, which is risky, and which repeating a training is very costly. So this VR technology is going to help in this mark. And according to some research data available in L&D, virtual reality is driving the technology market, especially which unexpectedly for me, it is helping softer skill as well as the business coaching segment of the L&D. It is doing very well. No other technology has been as effective and immersive as virtual reality is. So virtual reality in a way changing the way we learn and and also we design the the training content. Instructional design is totally now been towards virtual reality. But I would like to acknowledge VR is not technology which just started happening now. No, it is there very much from the past. It is changing in the present and it's going to change more in coming future. So some of the advantage which VR provide, VR emerge learners in the training. How it does it create computer-based simulation, which is immersive in illusion, and that is the greatest strength which VR brings to the learners in their online avatar. Virtual reality fully captures the learner's attention and henceforth boosts their retention. And at the same time, it lessens the distraction because they use the headgear which di- uh, disconnect them to the rest of the world. Most of the virtual reality teach skill through simulation. So all the risk which is through physical are taken care. It allows people to do something that might be too dangerous, expensive, difficult to repeat, and they don't realize. That's the most significant advantage which VR provides to L&D professionals. As we said, interaction is a key for learning retention. All of us know we remember 10% of what we read, 20% what we hear, and we remember 90% what we do. So we are coming at help to acquire knowledge through interaction by way of virtual reality, right? So that's why VR provides first-hand experience, although not to real world, very close to real world. VR training can alter behaviors and create empathy because VR can simulate other people's experience, right? Which is very difficult in the real world to do this. VR can do some basic social simulations, interpersonal skill. VR can also address larger societal status such as discrimination and biases, which is almost nil in case when we do training on digital platform using this. So if I can summarize how VR is helping us to do through simulation, through interaction, through immersions, VR can challenge our understanding of the world and make us more empathetic.